Hello, welcome back to LBG Reviews. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Today we'll be talking about Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Now, you guys should know by now that I enjoy cozy games. This one is not that type, but another type of game that I've voiced my love for in the past is Metroidvanias. I enjoy games that give me new items and then I have to think back as I'm learning more about this item, being like, hey, wait a minute. I can go back here and do this thing that I thought maybe that was nothing or that it was just like set dressing. But then you realize, wait a minute, that's actually a crucial part of gameplay. In Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, you play as Pipistrello. The nephew of the CEO of the Pipistrello Industries electrical company. Basically, the story goes that this city is basically ran by the Pipistrello company because of a rare source of electricity that they've found that basically has allowed them to essentially trivialize the process of generating electricity to the point that their competitors really could not compete. So they were driven out of the city, thus allowing basically allowing the company to set their prices however they want. As a result, they kind of have a stranglehold on the entire city. People who initially might treat you with disregard or disinterest, when they learn that you might be a member of the Pipistrello family or you're associated with them, they suddenly, quote-unquote, shape up. They start acting a little more skittish, voicing their love for the Pipistrello Industries company, and different things like that. Now, as Pipistrello, you don't really care about your family's business. You have a different passion in life. You care about yo-yos and being a yo-yo champion. So one day, while going to visit your aunt, because a tournament is nearby, you go to your aunt's house, and while discussing things with your aunt, suddenly a bunch of people burst into her office, place down a bizarre energy cannon with a bunch of batteries surrounding it. They begin firing a massive laser beam at your aunt, and you try to intervene by throwing your yo-yo into the beam of energy, which then results in your aunt being absorbed into your yo-yo. Later on, she explains that Pipistrello Industries had been investigating new sources of electricity and energy. They had produced a possibility called, I want to say it was referred to as the soul cannon, where basically this machine could absorb the energy from somebody's soul and use it to store energy into mega batteries. These batteries would essentially have an infinite amount of energy within them. Your Pipit's aunt says that she abandoned the project because of its unethicalness. And basically the game follows... and then reveals that Pipit intervening with his yo-yo seems to have fractured her soul into 5 pieces. 1 for each of the 4 batteries that the people ran off with, and 1 inside of the yo-yo. So your objective is to go around, retrieve the batteries, and restore your aunt's soul. As you go along, you unlock new yo-yo tricks, you unlock upgrades to deal more damage, expand the range of your yo-yo and different things, all in an effort to restore your aunt's soul, get her out of your yo-yo, so that way you can go back to your yo-yo adventures. The game is very. The game calls upon a lot of nostalgia for like games from the Game Boy Advance and that kind of era of retro gaming, because it even has a knockoff Game Boy Advance that a cartridge is then loaded into to load into the game. You can disable like certain screen effects that make the retro aesthetic more apparent. You can disable and reduce screen shaking and screen flashing. And just like in general, the game is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to try to look at the world, seeing different angles and being like, I wonder why I would need to bounce my yo-yo right there. And that's Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. What should I talk about for that next week? Dinner next week when we talk about either Dino Cop, or we might talk about what was it? Or Yuka Replayly. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.